In this tutorial, we will be going over dimensioning and we will be going over text. All right. Whenever it comes to any kind of CAD drawing or architectural drawing or drafting, you have to incorporate dimensioning in this. Now, the way that we're going to do this is you're going to open up your workspace and you are going to save it as assignment 6. All right. Um, the reason why we do dimensioning is because we need our audience to know exactly how big the object is that they are going to be creating. All right, so the way that we need to start our dimensioning is to go up to the top or middle of our screen, and you're going to see that there's a little drop down indicator. All right, this is going to be where we are going to find all of our dimensioning tools. In addition, you'll see a lot of the drawings that I give you start at specific locations. All right, those are what I would call my absolute points. The way that I get that, that little leader line, is this button right here. If you were to click it, and I'm showing you where I want you to start in a drawing, this is a great tool to have because now I can take this leader line, I can click, let's say that this is the start of my drawing, and I can type in where I want you guys to start from. So I would type in, let's say that this was, and I normally started out at the coordinate 1 comma 1, and then click outside of it. So now you guys know when you get an assignment from me that that's where that corner is starting from the origin. It's starting at 1 comma 1. All right, 1 inch away from the origin. All right. The next command that we are going to be going over is, let's say that I have this basic rectangle. The only thing that I need is this linear line. This is going to be giving me my dimensioning. So the way that I use it is I just snap to the bottom, snap to the top, and it gives me the size that I'm looking for. Now if I wanted to recreate it, all I have to do is press enter, and it's that simple. Now I'll do the bottom one as well because this is going to be a linear line. Now anything that's not a linear line, I have to use an align line. By using this command, any kind of angle, that's where I'm going to use this. So if I have this angle right here, I cannot do it with the linear command because I'll show you what's going to happen. It doesn't align itself with it. So let me get rid of this. Now I can switch it to align. Now you can see what has just happened. So I'll do next dimensioning tool that we're going to be going over is the angular tool. This is if I want to put in some type of angle. I want to represent an angle within my drawing. So right here, I want to make this an angle. So all I have to do is click on angular. It tells me to select the sides, this side and this side. I'll hit angular again. I'll do the top just to show you again. And there you go. The next one that we'll be going over is the radius. So if I was going to be using the radius dimensioning, all I have to do is click on radius, click the circle that I want to present as my radius, and then click outside of it. Now if I want to represent the diameter instead of the radius, all I have to do is click on the diameter and do the exact same thing. If I want it on the inside, if I want it on the outside, it's just a matter where you place it. Now the next thing that we're going to be going over is our text. When we're using our text, you can actually put it in any font that you want. You can make it any size that you want. All right, but for what we're going to be doing is making ourselves a title box. All right, and you guys should be used to title boxes already. So a title box is going to be where we're putting all of our information, your name, my name, the amount of pages that this drawing might have, the scale factor. Now, different title boxes, depending on what company you might be working for, is going to be asking you for different things. All right, but just for the sake of this class, we're going to do the basics. We are going to be doing our lettering inside of this box. First, I'm going to be doing it outside of the box so you guys can get used to it. So right here is where we have our lettering command. All right. So I'm going to click on the text, and the first thing it's asking you is specify first corner. Since I'm outside of the box, I'm just going to randomly pick a corner. Now it says specify opposite corner. We're going to say height first. So the next thing I'm going to do is press H and press enter. Now it says specify height. I already have 0.25 in, so I can just press enter because that's how high I want it to be. Alright, the next thing that I want to do, it says specify opposite corner. Now I can just drag it all the way over here, and it's going to allow me to text all in this area. So it doesn't matter what I type. Now if I want to switch the font, all I have to do is just highlight it. And you'll even see that it's switching the right in front of you. Okay, so I'll just leave it as this. And if you want to make it bold, underlined, all your tools right here, just like it would be in kind of like a Word program. All right. Um, the next thing that I want to do is enter in my title box text. This is going to be your first letter of your first name with your last name. It's going to have Mr. N, 3D CAD, page 1 of 1, depending on whatever you're doing. If you're doing an orthographic, you might have a couple of different pages. And then finally your scale factor. We're normally going to be using a 1-to-1 scale factor. So I'm going to show you exactly where it should be and how it should be placed in. Okay, so I'm going to hit my text command, and the first thing it asks says specify corner point. My corner point, all right, if this is a 1/2 of an inch spacing, I want to make my text sit right in the middle of it. All right, so the start of my text, I want it to be 0.25 away on the x-axis, away from this edge, and 0.125 away from the bottom. Now we have to put in the height. H, enter. So now we can put in the height, and we want it at 0.25. We want a 1/4 inch height, and now it says to specify opposite corner, where we want to drag all the way across until we get to the end, and then press. We can start adding in our information. Whenever you're doing any kind of text lettering, all right, you want to make sure that it just stays on capital letters. And now you're going to notice that it is perfectly aligned right in the middle, same spacing on top, same spacing on the bottom. And when you're done with this assignment, you're going to save it as assignment 6, print it out, check it on the transparency, and hand it in for grading.